Hello, you guys. I hope everyone had an incredible Thanksgiving. Um, you know, and I really want to say that I do hope, and what I'm going to be discussing mainly is just I want to discuss Kamala Harris. And I don't care if y'all are annoyed with it. Y'all know I'm going to say it because it's Kamala Harris and I love Kamala Harris. And I know that there are many things that people didn't like about her, which I mean, I don't know what to say to that, but that's just how people are going to be. But what I can say is this from what I do know, is that Kamala, and I feel like this hasn't really been discussed enough, if anything. The 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 amount of blowing over that a lot of people did when it came to Kamala and the 75 million votes that she received in 3 months, I feel like the amount of us moving over that is incredibly disrespectful. Because we've seen historically that no candidate has ever even been able to reach that milestone within even 2 years of campaigning. We've seen this. It's keeping record of. If you look at previous elections, Hillary Clinton was really the highest one, and then Kamala broke, and she got Hillary. And even though Hillary was the highest one, that was for 2 years of campaigning, 1 to 2 years. Kamala did it in 3 months and garnered 75 million votes, and the fact that we just push over that is blasphemy. It's borderline blasphemy, and it's honestly quite concerning. And if I'm being honest, it really speaks to a lot of to some misogyny. I'm not even gonna lie, and racism, because we're not gonna skip over the fact that, because if you all remember, and like I said, let's keep in mind this is 3 months, right? This is 3 months of campaigning for Kamala, and she got 75 million. Biden got 81 million out of the 1 to 2 years that he campaigned. 6 million less than Biden, and she garnered those votes within 3 months of campaigning. We're not going to skip over that accomplishment. We're not going to move past it. There are many other candidates possibly that are amazing. I'm not saying that they're not. But compared to Kamala, they will not have the same, how do I say this? It won't give the same stride that her campaign had. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I remember July 2024 very vividly. I remember when they did the DNC, and I remember she popped up, and all of a sudden when I seen her be announced as the candidate, the Democratic nominee, something popped up in me that I didn't even know was possible. Mind you, graduating school, and Trump is running for president, and the world is in chaos because of Biden dropping out late, which I didn't even know about that until towards mid-June, when Biden endorsed Kamala to be president. And I wasn't really paying attention to it then. But it was something about seeing her at that DNC, and making her incredible speech that awoken something in me that I didn't even think was awoken. Not even that I didn't think it wasn't awoken. Because, I mean, before then, I never needed to pay attention to politics, because whether you like it or not, Biden was doing his job. Now, were the prices up? Yes, they were. And we're not going to sit here and act like the pandemic didn't play a huge effect in why those prices still stayed up. But Biden was working on what he could, working on and doing the best that he could to ensure that the economy would bounce back. Despite how long it may take for it to bounce back because of the pandemic, he was doing that on the back end. And so I never really had to focus on what the news every single day like I have to do now, involuntarily, because of Trump doing something stupid every single day. But what I do know that when it was announced that Kamala was running and that Biden endorsed her, I just woken up and I said, "Oh my God," because this would be the first time I seen a woman president in real time running for president, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. The movement of the air that felt as though it felt as though it was as if America lost its way in a sense. But when she ran for president, the worries went away because of how she carried herself, how she campaigned, and how she just went about everything that she did. When I watched that DNC speech, oh my God. And then the many things that followed after it, like the debate, oh my God, the debate where she absolutely killed it. And I'm talking about and that was obviously why Trump didn't want to go a second round, because he knew what he was up against. He knew. And so to see her be such a force like she was, it was powerful. It was beautiful, and it was amazing to see. The momentum was indescribable, is the way I can put it. It was indescribable. It was perfect. And words truly can't describe just how incredible just the air was with her running for president. Then came October. She did the town hall. And then came November. She was in Pennsylvania campaigning in one of the swing states, her last stop before the election. And seeing her stand in front of that White House, I don't even think powerful alone could describe that perfectly. I don't even think powerful is the word that I can use. But it was incredible. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was a powerful moment that only time could tell. But it was incredible. It was incredible to see. It was incredible to witness. It was just incredible. I remember election night came, and obviously devastation came, and the world changed to a dark place that I thought was gone, but returned back after it was announced that she lost that election. And then she gave her beautiful concession speech. And the world, during the most darkest time, I remember, I think it was in January, like a week before it was time for them to transition out of the White House. She gave a speech to her team, and she said, "Chin up, shoulders back." And even with the weight of what she knew was incoming into the White House, she made a very clear reminder that the power is always with the people. She had to remind people that because of the fear that came along with him entering that White House again. And because she knew what it would take when it pertained to the continuing and the upholding of the institutions that we have currently to protect our ability of having a democracy. She knew what came with that, and she knew with who was coming into that White House, and with the plans that he had, which one of them was an enemies list, like she said, among many other things that she said about him that was correct. She knew what it would take from the people. And of course, Kamala's not going to say it, but all of this enduring that we have to endure with the mess that is going on right now, that is being inflicted from DC, from the White House in DC to the states, to the other states in this country, what's being inflicted could have been prevented if people would have, and whether people want to realize this or not, there is a right and a correct and right way to vote. I really hate to break this to people. Like, there is a right way to vote. One, Trump should have never even been allowed to run for president. That's number one. With all the things that this man has done, it's not even funny because he really shouldn't have been allowed to run. That's number one. Number two is because after what happened with that video in ICE, it should have been a clear, I don't know why people forgot or why people were surprised when the administration behind Trump were offended with the video that was posted with ICE, with those senators and those federal government people telling them telling the ICE and military that they have the right to not follow illegal orders. The fact that the administration got offended by that should tell you all you need to know, because you wouldn't be offended if you know you're not going to break the law. So why would you be offended unless you know that you're intending to break the law? So at the end of the day, he should have never had the ability to run for president. He should have never even been allowed to run for president. So much of this could have been prevented. But it wasn't. And this is where we are now. And this is what we have to endure every day for 4 years straight, unfortunately. The only thing that I can say is that while I do hope people wake up to the realization that all of this could have been prevented. And it is unfortunate that, you know, we are divided, because this country, if you coming from the outside of this country into America, beware. Beware, we are a divided country, America has always been somewhat divided to a certain extent, but we are even more divided. Like, it's not even funny. Like, we're insanely divided now. So I would really suggest, if you're outside the country, be very careful upon entering the country, because baby, it's not gonna be too pretty. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. If y'all coming from foreign and y'all want to come inside America, just be aware. That's all I'm saying. Just be aware. Just be aware. Because America's going through a lot right now. Okay? America's going through a lot. And it's going to take a minute for America to get out of the lot that it's going through. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a long minute. That's going to be a long, it's going to be a real long minute. It's going to be a super duper, incredibly long. I'm talking about so long that it ain't even freaking funny. But what I will say is this. I do hope that people have awoken up from the stupidity and the constant lies. I do hope that people have woken up just to the truth in general. as I've said before, a lot of the stuff that is happening in America right now could have been incredibly prevented. It really could have. Like I said, we wouldn't even be in half of the turmoil that we're in now. But hey, we got what? I think this is 2020. We got 3 more years. 3 more to go. And I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine how he's gonna act when it's time for him to go. Because if January 6th wasn't enough to show people, it's gonna be January 6th part 2 in 2029. It's gonna be part 2. It's gonna be even worse. But obviously, I'm hoping for the best. I encourage y'all to listen to Lemonade by Beyonce. Go listen to Lemonade by Beyonce. You know, that album really has been getting me through it. When it comes to grieving what should have been, what could have been. When it comes to grieving, that album has really been helpful. It has been everything. Like, and I'm being so for real. It has been everything. It has helped with everything when it relates to what should have been and what could have been. It's been helping. So I do encourage y'all to go see, to go watch the film. Go watch the film. Go because it's amazing. The movie, because it really puts so much together, especially in the aspect of pain. I feel like so many people focused on All Night that they haven't focused on because of it being so popularized. But yeah, I think because All Night has been so popularized, people have forgot to pay attention to the whole album as a whole. And once you go do that, go watch Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? Stranger Things has been amazing, and love it. Love Stranger Things, and season 5 was incredible. The first 4 episodes were incredible. Seeing Erica, seeing the gang, Will and Mike, it was incredible. Man, I feel old because literally Stranger Things 4 came out while I was literally a sophomore in high school, and now I'm a sophomore in college, which is insane. But yeah, it's such an incredible show, and I can't wait for the rest of the episodes to come out, because baby, those first 4 episodes were perfect. It literally felt like we didn't leave Hawkins like at all, and I think that's what I love most. But yeah, I hope you guys have a happy holidays, and yeah, bye y'all.